For over 1,000 years, the Theodosian Walls of Constantinople were essentially the ultimate nope to every empire on Earth. Attila the Hun took one look at them and walked away, and they stood firm against countless sieges that would have leveled any other city. But what happens when you replace a massive army of thousands with a single squad of modern combat engineers? We're talking about a group of specialists carrying high explosives and thermal gear arriving at the gates in 1453. Does the Queen of Cities fall in an afternoon, or does the weight of history prove too much for modern tech? Let's find out. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever stayed up too late wondering how a few pounds of C4 would handle a medieval fortification, you're in the right place. Today, we're looking at the ultimate breaching scenario. For centuries, taking Constantinople meant months of attrition, starvation, and throwing thousands of lives against triple-layered walls of stone and brick. But combat engineers don't play by those rules. They don't want to starve you out. They want to turn your impenetrable defense into a pile of gravel before lunch. To understand how this goes down, we have to look at what they're up against. The Theodosian Walls aren't just one wall, they're a defensive system. You've got a massive moat, an outer wall, and then the inner wall, which is 40 feet high and 15 feet thick. In the 14th century, the only way through was a massive cannon that took hours to reload and days to make a dent. But our engineers arrived with something that would look like actual sorcery to a Byzantine defender. The first step isn't the boom, it's the prep. Imagine the confusion on the walls as a small drone hums over the city. Using thermal optics, the engineers aren't looking for soldiers, they're looking for structural stress points and hollow spots in the masonry. To the defenders, this is a metal bird or a demon from the deep, and the psychological collapse starts right there. When the sun goes down, the real work begins. Moving in near silence, the squad reaches the base of the wall. Instead of a ram, they use shaped charges. These are designed to focus the entire force of an explosion into a tiny point, cutting through reinforced concrete like butter. When they trigger that C4, it isn't just a loud noise, it's a pressure wave that hits the formation of defenders like a physical wall. Stone that has stood for a millennium doesn't just crack, it vaporizes. A breach that would normally take a month of bombardment happens in 4 seconds. As the dust clears, the defenders are facing a reality they have no framework to describe. Just like the Romans facing a modern carrier or the Mongols seeing a stealth destroyer, they would likely view this as divine punishment, a god of thunder that needs no catapults and leaves no survivors. The sheer speed of the breach renders their entire military doctrine obsolete. They've spent their whole lives believing these walls were permanent, and now they're just a doorway for the enemy. But here is where things get complicated for our time travelers. Just like the F-22 in World War II, or the Arleigh Burke against the Armada, ammunition and logistics are the ultimate enemy. A squad of engineers can blow a hole in the wall, but they can't occupy a city of thousands by themselves. Every block of C4 they use is gone forever, and every rifle round is irreplaceable. They can break the unbreakable defense, but they can't hold the ground if the defenders realize that despite the thunder, there are only 12 guys behind the smoke. In the end, the walls fall, but the city's fate depends on what happens in those first few minutes of total chaos. If the engineers can force a political surrender through pure terror, they win history's shortest siege. If not, they're just 12 men in a very large, very angry city. What do you think? Could a single squad really take the greatest city of the Middle Ages, or would the sheer numbers of the Byzantine defenders eventually win out? Let me know your theories in the comments, and if you want to see more what-if scenarios that keep you up at night, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a dive into the systematic soul. Thanks for watching.